Nyepojijo, Tamia Baduna Dafion Togata, Miawe Don, Mama, Agodo, La Piata, Mikatami Ashuvuna Dafion Togata, Akpanamiba, Mila, Tibia, Mikatamiak Pom, Anyanovi Prosper Hato, work or date and Adafian Upom, Akpanami.
So he is coming all the way from Adafianu in the K2 North constituency, where they've come to support this all-important exercise, and they are thrilled as much as everybody else is. And so we're moving on to have these conversations to find out exactly what the people think. Remember that history has been made, and we will continue in this stead in establishing exactly what we want. Hello, how are you doing, Mommy? How are you? How are you? We are fine. Exercise. What language should we speak? Yanka Triwo. Aquaba, my moye fe na mo aba. I was ene da obia.
Ye dey agise your mama ba be tie. Ye hu kire ye bre. Ye dey agise your mama ba be tie. Eti na me ka no no be tie yie. Na na bra pa ni say too much. Ye me bre. Obu nye duane papa ndi wo school. Na your mama bra ye duane papa na ye mendi na omunya onde.
And we are man, so for the first time, Yebeno Ba Vice President. To you know, what does it mean? Definitely. So we are still gathering a lot of the sentiments as the program gathers momentum. As the dignitaries arrive, the noise is deafening. The people are excited. Mommy, that's a sign. So the women are clearly excited about what they are expecting from His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. We will keep taking these sentiments. But what more to say? Nana ufilisa obaba ya ebema weni aje wanka sankasa.
Me put there. Ba po ahunto asumuje bibia. Oya asumuje yini.
But also obaba e Women's Development Bank. So what you ho?
Obaya ya starting ya kwa huminti. Ya starting obaya ba 24 hours upon okuye.
O say ambabu no ne bebre se etumi ni ho. Ufilisa sa 24 hour economy na dey etuma beba. Ebeba.
Osabu oya bamu tumi ye bajo mama papa jo mama obeye wa ye wiepo
obi say wabada oba waba
do ye na sumbo school dan hospitals awo wuramu o ma tumi aye say that on Friday onu jo akufrado okasa parliament o si ojima na we janu jo mama ba ye to aso asana ye to aso ya be to aso ye ni opue o ye be to aso no mbawu ye be se ye nkobio
kumase to. Wow, so they've come all the way from the Ashanti region. Wow, why are they?
Shekumase wonu na boy kasuwa maye asafu market wonu na ya maye enti afanu wo shebo wo ya maye enti atere so a
ya Kasua, I am Jumama. Kasua, Yanya Empua, Kasua, Yanya Jumama.
Abona Oshe, no, ya Papa Jomama. Ya Jini so Baba be crap so. Ya Elni na Jumukwani no de beka ho. Ama Ghana ayaka be hwe. Otenasi. Obetenasi atenasi so ama ye ne yamba no ye be di hu fa so bebre.
Wow, so as you can see, the expectations are high. The euphoria is at high decibels. People are excited and people are ecstatic. We'll be speaking to a lot more people to understand what they have to say and all of that. The program is shaping up very, very soon. We will be seeing His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So we'll switch back to the studio where Randy and the crew are standing by.
Kosi, thank you so much for that update and sounds as well. So, yes, and sounds up there. The loud sound of the vuvuzela is still on. It tells you that one big man has arrived as well, and in high anticipation of that moment where he will be sworn into office as the next president of the Republic of Ghana. Mauli, at this point, so on your screen now you can see Dr. Valerie Sawyer. She's Council, check your microphone quickly for me.
I can see the Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams.
Okay. Earlier, he was in the shot earlier.
One of the big spiritual generals of this country. We thank him for his prayers. I just saw a while ago Dr. Valerie Sawyer also among the people
in the shot. Okay. Well, so Mauli, at this point in time, what's going through your mind?
This is very colorful. In fact, I'm short for words.
Yeah. Myself.
Yeah. The slew of dignitaries passing through, the manner in which they've been ushered in, and the movement of the vehicles, the protocols and everything, certainly is a testament to the depth and the attention to detail that has guided this particular investiture of President-elect and soon to be sworn in H. John Dramani Mahama. And my colleague lawyer was making a point about Her Excellency the Vice President-elect, who would soon be the Vice President. And to me, she's obviously the most qualified person to have occupied or to occupy the office of the Vice President. And there is actually something about women academics that you don't find in any other profession. They are mothers, they are mentors, they have a sense of community, they have a sense of feeling. You know, they have this ability to mentor people who look up to them. And this is someone who is coming from a teaching or a lecturing background, having spent all her life within the academic discourse community. And a full professor of English is no mean an achievement. And this is a language that is not our mother tongue. This is a language that we had to learn. And if she has perfected that, obviously to be accredited as a full professor of such a language, personally I am of utmost admiration to Professor Naana Opoku Agyemang. And for any young woman in Ghana, any part of Ghana and even beyond, they should find a lot of inspiration and hope in Her Excellency Naana Opoku Agyemang, that dreams can come true. It is possible through hard work, it is possible through determination, it is possible through resilience. And one of the things that a lot of people have been speaking about is the kind of dignity, warmth that she is bringing to the office of the Vice President. And some of the initiatives already, like the Women's Development Bank and the just promulgated bill into law, which is the affirmative action, the expectation is that she is going to steer.
As you can see, the justices of the...
So those are the justices in your screen
together with the other justices of the Supreme Court.
Council, lift your mic a bit.
No, I mean the justices of the Supreme Court ably here to do the swearing. Remember that the oath will be administered by the Chief Justice. So their presence here today is very significant because this is really what it is. Without the administering of the oath, no transfer of power or executive authority. And so their presence here tells you.
Must all of them be here?
I mean, it shows that the entire country, its architecture, is solidly behind. Remember that the four arms of government, the three arms, the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary, they are all here. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy with what is going on today. Thankfully, I'm enjoying the fact that all the justices are here. This is exceedingly good and momentous for this country.
Because I don't know if you can hear the sound at the background. I can
see the beautiful justices fully clouded here. All other conversations I can hear. Their presence to administer the oath is very good.
Very important.
Also remember that one of the campaign promises we made was the fact of helping our young ladies, our young girls in schools with free sanitary pads.
Yeah.
That is a very significant thing. I am a father of girls. That means a lot to me. In most of our villages, when you go there, some people would have to wash their sanitary whatever, dry it and reuse. It is not good enough. And so a social intervention that supports our young girls is something that we all need to support. And that for me is what I strongly believe our incoming Vice President
will be looking at.
Thank you.
So talking about the provision made for the young women, so right in front of us we have a group of people who are gathered here with some placards and what have you. Kosi is standing by with them. Kosi, let's get to know what exactly their concerns are.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Randy. Today is a great day for Ghana. Every gender, especially women, because you spoke about the history being made with Naana Opoku Agyemang, doctor, being Ghana's first ever female vice president. There are lots of concerns that women have raised, especially empowerment, and key among them, economic empowerment as well as their menstrual health. We have some amazing people here. You can see the placard. It says, please scrap taxes on sanitary pads. So it shows you that period poverty is a real thing, and at least we want to have a conversation about it. So we have some amazing people. I'd like to speak to them. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
What's your name, please?
My name is Peggy.
We didn't get that, please.
Peggy.
So I can see KDPGH. Can you tell us what that is?
That is Kolebu Professional Group of Health.
Kolebu, so you guys are more concerned about health, right? I'm sure you went through the NDC manifesto and you saw some things around the health sector that interested you. For you personally, what stood out?
Okay, as being a health worker, I think there is a lot that we need at the health center, especially the equipment is very old, and we struggle with health in our various facilities. So if it can improve our health facility, especially Kolebu for us, we'll be much happier. Fantastic.
Let's go to the man with the placard. He seems very passionate about this. Period poverty and taxes on pads, etc. What ignited that passion?
Okay, so my name is Ceremonial. I'm from Ashaiman, and let me use this opportunity to thank Honorable Tamaklo and the honorable members of the NDC party. This is a great win for Ghana today, the beginning of a new era under Mahama. Now, speaking on the taxes on sanitary pads, I'm very passionate about it because a school of thought says that the average Ghanaian earns less than 20 cedis a day. Now, the current price of one sanitary pad today is 20 cedis. So if women or most Ghanaians are not earning more than 15 cedis a day, how do the government expect them to be able to prioritize something? I mean, menstruation is not a choice. People should not be made to suffer because of something they didn't choose to do. So I think more noise needs to be made about this. Our Ghanaian girls need help. Please scrap it. And I know Mahama will do it because back when he was in power, he used to give sanitary pads to SHS students. And I know with the much advertisement and publication, this will go far. The new Ghana under Mahama. Thank you.
Wow, that was profound. That was profound. And thank you very much for leading this charge. I mean, all your girls, the people that know you, I mean, your girl female friends, I mean, people will take it differently. We'll be proud of you. Absolutely. Let's keep it going. Thank you. Yes, madam.
Hello. I'm coming all the way from Takwa. Yeah. My name is Naele. I'm here today because of our mother. Because he said women, we are important, and women, because of the Women Bank, all the women in Ghana are here to thank him very much for saying he was going to make this Women Bank for women to be free in Ghana. We thank him very much.
Amazing. So today is a day for women, and all women will be proud. I'm sure my daughter can dream again, because on a day like this, there's an opportunity to get to the pinnacle of whatever you want to do. So today is historic in more ways than one. Today is iconic in more ways than one. So before we cross over to Randy, the Virgin Pastor, I don't know if he's still a virgin. Randy, let's take a very quick word from the Virgin Pastor. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. Now I'm married.
Hey.
I am a person who take care of widows and the orphans. I am appealing to President that he should reduce the import duty for us. It's because of the import duty MPP lose. I told them to reduce it, but they do not reduce it. So I am pleading, or I am begging President that they should do something about the import duty. It will help the nation. And also some taxes, VAT tax, yield levy, all this stuff must be removed. If it remove MPP, Ghana will remain blessed. And MPP will remain opposition for a long time. And NDC will sit on the chair very long time. Amen.
Thank you very much. So that was the Virgin Pastor. So I'm passing over to Randy and my honorable people in the studio to take over from here.
Kwasi, thank you so much for that quick update with regards to the people who are right in front of us here. But earlier you saw the sitting arrangement of position of the Supreme Court justices. So in your shots, we anticipate this could be the Vice President-elect. Very possible that she has just arrived, and she will be
cometh the woman, cometh the hour.
Yeah.
This is glorious. This is beautiful. We thank God for this. 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 I can see our members of Parliament, the Honorable Haruna Idrisu, the Honorable Sam Jatta George. I can see Honorable Mutaka, the Honorable Helen Adjuantoso, Richard Achampo of Bia. I can see the NDC MPs ready. The service heads. The service heads. This is beautiful. This is historic. And we thank God for how beautiful this is panning out.
And quite interesting, I understand even outside the premises, people are still out there waiting to just come into the main premises.
The huge numbers.
Council, who could this be? We're still looking out to see. But that's a heavy convoy.
Because the presidential, by now, okay, that is the new clerk of parliament.
Okay, so the speaker of parliament.
Speaker of parliament is here. Number 3.
Council, you mentioned
what is your number?
Number 7.
What is your number, Bali?
Council, you mentioned that this is actually a parliamentary sitting.
Absolutely.
So, okay, exactly. So I was going to ask about
this. As you can see,
yeah.
Very soon Parliament will be called into session, and once Parliament is called, and with the Speaker of Parliament taken, proceedings is supposed to commence pretty soon. And that.
How about the sitting arrangements? Now we know a majority has been formed,
yeah,
a minority has been formed.
Yes.
Would they be sitting in that same manner?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So as for the MPs, I think they have a special place for them. But this is not the normal parliamentary where you have the usual house where
right and left. Okay.
So these are the three. Now you can see that one chair is in the middle, unoccupied. That is what it is. So very soon you'll see number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. And then everything will be complete. It is looking so beautiful. Things are panning out so beautiful. And we can only thank God for today.
Molly, what message are we sending out to the international community? Yeah.
The Jagaba.
Yeah, story of unity, solidarity, purpose, togetherness, and reaffirming what the rest of the world knows Ghana for. In fact, someone has a very nice way of putting it that anytime a party is able to hand over 2 times in successive terms, what you have is a consolidation of democracy, and he calls it the 2 turnover test. Ghana has obviously crossed the 2 turnover test, and you can see the unity, you can see the togetherness, you can see the happiness on the faces of every well-meaning Ghanaian. They are excited, they are happy, they are obviously enjoying the ceremony. Very beautiful pictures right here and here at the Black Star Square, and the heads of the arms of government have taken their seats. We saw Right Honorable Speaker Alban Kispo Somana Bagbin just been ushered into his seat to continue the proceedings that were suspended, just like lawyer intimated a short while ago. And obviously the head of the Judiciary, that is the Chief Justice, also ready to swear in the President-elect to become a full Excellency Dramani Mahama and the Vice President, Excellency Naana Opoku Agyemang. We've been speaking about how the Vice President would be an inspiration to the many young women all over. And one thing I want to say quickly is that anytime you find women in leadership, some of the issues that you think are less discussed immediately get some important attention. There is a renewed conversation about menstrual pads and scrapping of taxes on pads. If you ask me, I think that the amount that or the cost of pads in this country is too expensive. I do not think that anybody should buy pad more than 5 cities in this country. And in fact, President John Dramani Mahama and the new person in charge of the 24-hour economy and export diversification should probably consider setting up a manufacturing plant for sanitary pads in this country, that we can be able to control the pricing, probably even regulate it to some of the secondary schools that we have targets, just like the manner that we have implemented other interventions. The sanitary should be considered as an intervention to our young women. And obviously some other issues as well. We're going to see a lot of women getting appointments, especially if we are to be in consonance with the affirmative bill. The understanding is that about 30% minimum of women should occupy all public institutions, and this is something that Ghana can easily do. In fact, far away in East Africa, Rwanda, Uganda, they have quite a lot of people, especially in their parliament. It is something we should continue to do. Very brilliant women out there, very brilliant young women who obviously, if given the opportunity, can serve this country in so many ways. So the excitement for me is that for the first time we have the second Professor Vice President. The first was Professor J.E. Mills, who obviously delivered some really good results for this country. And if I can remember, the highest growth rate we've ever had as a republic was during the time of His Excellency, the late John Evans Atta Mills. That was 14.1% growth in 2011, just at par with Ethiopia, giving us the single most inflation that we have ever up to date. So the Excellency Naana Opoku Agyemang portends a lot of hope, promise, and motivation and inspiration to young women, and even to myself, that it is important to attain higher heights with hard work, diligence, determination, and a world that we have a lot of distraction, especially on social media, and young people taking inspiration from the wrong quarters. This is a reaffirmation that hard work, diligence obviously can get you to your ambition.
That's the arrival of the Sierra Leonean reps. So let's see, that's the president. I guess the president of Sierra Leone has also just arrived. Because I think at this moment, all the diplomats should be seated, because
they gave us 11
exactly
for
by the time
start
and
of
it's
the program.
10:36 a.m. now.
Yes, so I strongly believe that any moment from now, the man in the arena, the man himself, cometh the man, cometh the hour. John Dramani Mahama will be making his way into the great arena. The whole world is watching. So far, so good.
We know Botswana is here, Gabon, Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, and also Nigeria. Council, you mentioned it earlier.
I can see my learned senior Fenyo Makin, who said he doesn't want to be on the minority seat, but God in His infinite wisdom has given him the minority seat. For now, let him be there. Let him be there. And yes, I can see Jacob Zuma right there, the man himself.
Well, so interesting. So let me just go over some of the dignitaries that we have. For those of you who didn't join from the beginning, we know so well that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is the president of Nigeria, is actually here. He is the guest of honor.
The Jagaban.
The Jagaban. Council says he's the Jagaban. Jagaban. Anyway, however you pronounce it. And then we also have Duma Boko. He is the president of Botswana. He is also here. And then Bryce Oligui Nguema, the president of Gabon, is also here. Adama Barrow, who is the president of the Republic of Gambia, is also here. Umaro Sissoko Mbalo is the president of Guinea-Bissau. He is also here. These are great names when it comes to the African continent as well. Umaru.
Africa is in Ghana.
Yeah, so the whole of Africa is here in Ghana. I don't know what's trending on Twitter as it stands now, but maybe my producer can check that for us. If Ghana is not trending, then there is a problem. If
John Mahama
is not trending, then we need to recheck it again.
Will be the most trended conversation today on Twitter and many of the social media handles. It is beautiful in the sight of God as Ghanaians gather to see the inaugural or investiture for H.E. John Dramani Mahama, Ababiu Mahama.
So I understand there is some sort of, I don't know if you guys are finding network challenges though, but there seems to be some sort of restriction on the internet. So
you know, usually for major security programs like this, they may come with jammers, especially as close to the presidential. No, especially where the president will be seated.
Okay.
And as you are aware, the president is seated not far from here. So within that enclave, usually you see a lot of jammers around to ensure that wireless transmission and many other things will be adequately taken care of. I can say the chief of staff so appointed, the Honorable Julio Debra. I can also say the man himself, the Rwandan president.
So that's actually the Rwandan president?
Yes.
That's Kagame. Paul Kagame.
Paul Kagame.
Yeah.
Paul Kagame.
And running for the Gambian president, for me, he owes President John Mahama a special appreciation.
Yes.
Who is that?
Adama Barrow.
Okay.
Because
why do you say that?
in early 2017, the previous president Jammeh refused to leave. And John Mahama was one of the leaders of the ECOWAS delegation to Gambia at the time. They had to take siege in Senegal, and Jammeh had to run to his friend in Equatorial Guinea. And if not for that singular intervention of President John Dramani Mahama, probably Adama Barrow would have been a lost story. So as I was intimating earlier, this is more of a personal, a response to the invitation of President, His Excellency John.
I think beyond diplomacy, they are friends.
No, he has a personal relationship with them, and you saw that the invitation did not only happen through diplomatic cable, diplomatic protocols or channels. He personally went to visit some of the presidents. For Esozimanya Singbe of Togo, he was there. And he visited William Ruto.
I can see the business mogul Ibrahim Mahama himself out there. Yes, the man of the moment. The man of the moment.
So it is clear. Inauguration 2025 is trending #1 on Twitter.
No, most definitely. This ranks amongst just the 4th largest inaugurations.
I beg your pardon, it's actually X. My producer is correcting me. It's X. No longer
Twitter. We know Twitter.
And
producer, we know only Twitter.
We don't know X.
Lawyer, this feels like another African Union General Assembly.
I tell you.
Another African Union General Assembly, because you have high-ranking African heads of state.
So Council is so excited and singing. Council, you are allowed to sing. You are allowed
to sing. And the people say, Choboy, Cadence may go, Cadence may come, but the revolution has come to stay. Revolution has a long way to go, but has come to stay. Choboy, thank you.
Well, so yes, the legal, the head of legal department for the NDC is not just a legal brain, but he's a chama, he's a moral leader in camp as well. You can't take it away from him. And gradually we are inching closer to that very moment where the main ceremony will commence in some 15 minutes because what they put out there, 11 is supposed to start the whole ceremony. Remember that this is Wezo TV and this is the special coverage of the inauguration ceremony or the swearing in of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the next president of the Republic of Ghana. In fact, the hopes are so high, and Council, I want to ask the Malik boy, the Basintali boy. We wait to see if it did. Council, now let me just put this quickly to you. There seems to be that sort of pressure mounting on the next government, if indeed they start work tonight or tomorrow.
No, I think H.E. John Dramani Mahama had that experience. This is not the first time. He has that statecraft. He has an appreciation of the enormity of the problems he's inheriting. And as you can see, without wasting much time, he's putting the team together. He's already given the promise that within 14 days after inauguration, he should be having the full complement of his cabinet in place to kickstart the work. You see, a man who wants to perform will time his performance and work output. What gets timed gets done. So the man himself says within 120 days, I expect to do A, B, C, D. That is a good start.
Yeah.
And like many other Ghanaians, we are going to ensure that when we say 120 days, it is 120 days, and it is what it is. I am confident in the leadership of H. John Dramani Mahama. He has that experience to deliver, and that delivery is going to happen today.
Council, what's about to happen?
No, I think like I said, we are still in the event of Parliament. In fact, it is Parliament that has allowed us to come here. In fact, the members of Parliament together with Speaker can say they don't want us here again. And that is what it will be. It is a special parliamentary proceedings, and that is why you can see the now majority leader. I can see the Honorable Kesela Tofosen. Yeah. I can see the Honorable Afenyo Markin, and I can see Speaker himself with the Clerk of Parliament. I should think that preparatory, whatever to receive the man of the moment. The man of the moment, H.E. John Dramani Mahama.
So that's very possible. It is actually working towards.
Yes, it is looking. It is looking very, very beautiful, and I am so happy the level of cooperation to ensure that this investiture, this inaugural ceremony, happens to the admiration of all Ghanaians. I can see Pastor Dag Heward Mills. I can see the Honorable Elvis Afriye Ankra. Much earlier, I saw the Chairman General himself. Chairman General Mosquito Johnson Asiedu Nketia not long ago. He is seated right there. Fantastic.
So His Excellency John Dramani Mahama
has
just arrived. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama
the proud grandson of Chief Inaugural Jakpa John Dramani Mahama. It is your day. It is World Mahama Day. It is beautiful in the sight of the Lord.
Maybe Council, you should start a hashtag World Mahama Day.
World Mahama Day.
World Mahama Day.
World Mahama Day. This is a beautiful one.
Maybe.
Hashtag World Mahama Day.
So Council is urging all of you to go on social media, particularly X, and you use the hashtag World Mahama Day.
Today is for Mahama and Mahama only.
So gradually, as I mentioned, we're inching closer to the main event.
1.7 million vote difference.
Yeah.
For the avoidance of doubt, the vote difference is 1.7 million.
And that's news.
No, humongous. Gargantuan. Yes. 57%.
Yeah.
57%. Who say man no day?
So it is possible that the Vice President together with the President, they have arrived.
This is nice.
And our men in uniform are marching them in.
This is beautiful.
Very, very beautiful. You can't take it away. It must have taken a lot to put this together.
Maya manaya kama. Mwaya manaya kama.
Yeah.
See how beautiful it looks.
Yes, very, very beautiful. I mean, even look at the ground. The green carpet that has been laid so far. It's just a beautiful program so far as it stands now. And
kudos to the people who put this together.
Yeah. And Council, let me just say thanks to the media houses that are tapping from Razor TV.
Wow.
Most especially Boem radio in the Bank constituency. That's your area. Yes, as well. And also Global FM in Ho, as well as the other media houses. Global FM is actually streaming this program even on YouTube and Facebook.
MPs.
Yes, so that's the Poem constituency MP as well. Yes.
Kofi Adams.
Yeah.
Honorable Comfort Doyo, the Honorable Mutaka, all of them
are in there
with their miniature Ghana flag. It is beautiful. The Honorable Adeku.
The moment you have been waiting for is finally here. It's a national program, bear it in mind. And of course, the Ghana flag is dominating everywhere. So the ushering in of the Vice President and the President.
The service commanders fully represented to see to the swearing in of the new Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. The Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces.
Are we likely to see a parade?
Absolutely. That is why, if you look at the back, that's the parade ground.
So it's actually a guard of honor.
Yes, there will be a guard of honor.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the new Commander-in-Chief.
Okay.
Yes, Parliament with the Vice President and the President. You can see your President, John Dramani Mahama, as you can see. Hey! 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 The man himself is there. John Dramani Mahama with able Yes, the man of the moment. The man of the moment.
Please, if you are not authorized to be on the square.
Allah has done this. It is finished. Let me borrow the words of Jane Mensah. It is finished. It is finished. Yapon.
Okay. So I think, Council, we need to wrap up.
Thank you.
Quickly. So
yeah, because the actual event is
so hold on. Let Mauli have 2 minutes bite quickly, and then you can have him coming quickly. Mauli, let's wrap up.
Yes, obviously we are getting to the most important part of the investiture, and His Excellency President-elect John Dramani Mahama waving the crowds. This is some massive audience reception. Goodwill is an all-time high. There are lots of expectations for the new president. He's made lots of promises in response to the nature of the economy. In fact, all the polls that have been made so far from Global Info Analytics, from the Center for Democratic Development, from Imani Africa, are all pointing to issues of economic governance and economic revival. John Mahama has made some promises, as the lawyer has stated. Within 14 days, he's going to provide us with a full complement of his cabinet. He's released his inner working circle at the Flagstaff House. I understand the list is out, and hopefully the understanding is that he's going to hit the ground running because there is no time, and he has only 4 years. From a lot of expectations, civil society, media people, the expectation is that John Dramani would hit the ground running from today. The ground running from today. There are skeptics who obviously are poo-pooing the oral, and the expectation is that some of this loot and money will be recovered, because that is one of the reasons why majority of Ghanaians voted for John Dramani Mahama, to ensure that there is some discipline, probity, accountability as the values and the ethos of the National Democratic Congress proscribes. And the expectation is huge. Randy, we can all keep our fingers crossed. My understanding is that people are giving him his honeymoon, which is 120 days. 3 months for him to obviously fulfill some of the promises that he has made. He's spoken about scrapping some taxes, the year levy, which obviously is an albatross around the neck of every well-meaning Ghanaian. He's going to scrap the taxes on sanitary pads. He's spoken about betting tax and obviously taxes at the port, which has reduced virtually exports in our sub-region, shifting the market to the other parts of the sub-region. So the expectation is high and all fingers are crossed in expectation of the magic and the wonder that former President John Dramani Mahama and now second time lucky His Excellency Mahama.
Very well. Mali, thank you. Council.
Yes, I am excited. I know H.E. John Dramani Mahama is going to immediately start work, and it's going to be immediate. The promise to make free SHS better will be top on the agenda. The promise, as it were, to make none other. The free SHS thing is a huge one. It's going to be a personal project of the president to, as it were, make naysayers who felt that he was going to cancel it to know that he's committed to doing it and make it better. 24-hour economy, as you can see, the Honorable Gusitano is already in charge, and I have no doubt that will make things better for the good people of this country.
Council, we need to cross over. Thank you. Let me say a very big thanks to Elon Mauli, who is an international relations analyst. Thank you so much.
Oath of allegiance.
And also Edu Tameklu. Let's quickly cross over to the main center for the event.
Kindly say after me. I, Professor Naana Opoku Agyemang, do in the name of the Almighty God swear. Do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Republic of Ghana. To the Republic of Ghana, as by law established. As by law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of Ghana. The sovereignty and integrity of Ghana, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God. So help me God. Your Excellency, now the oath of the Vice President. I, Professor Naana Opoku Agyemang, having been elected to the office of Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, do in the name of the Almighty God swear. Do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will be faithful. And true to the Republic of Ghana. That I will at all times preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And I dedicate myself to the service and well-being of the people of the Republic of Ghana. And to do right to all manner of persons. I further solemnly swear that should I at any time break this oath of office
break this oath of office,
I shall submit myself
I shall submit myself
to the laws of the Republic of Ghana
to the laws of the Republic of Ghana
and suffer the penalty for it. So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Madam Vice President.
Thank you.
Lift your
Honorable members, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana shall now sign the oath book. Honorable members, and I have the pleasure and joy to, on your behalf, invite His Excellency the President-elect to take and subscribe to the oath of allegiance and the presidential oath. Your Excellency, you may now proceed to do so.
Your Excellency, kindly say after me. This is the oath of allegiance. I. Your name.
John Dramani Mahama.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will bear true faith.
That I will bear true faith.
And allegiance.
And allegiance.
To the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
As by law established.
As by law established.
That I will uphold.
And that I will uphold.
The sovereignty.
The sovereignty.
And integrity.
And integrity.
Of Ghana.
Of Ghana.
And that I will preserve.
And that I will preserve.
Protect.
Protect.
And defend.
And defend.
The Constitution.
The Constitution.
Of the Republic of Ghana.
Of the Republic of Ghana.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Your Excellency, now the presidential oath.
I, John Dramani Mahama,
having been elected
to
the high office of President of the Republic of Ghana, do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will be faithful.
That I will be faithful.
And true.
To
the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
That I will at all times.
That I will at all times
preserve,
protect,
and defend the Constitution
of
the Republic of Ghana. And that I dedicate myself
to
the service and well-being
of
the people
of
the Republic of Ghana. And to do right to all manner of persons. I further solemnly swear that should I at any time break this oath of office, I shall submit myself to the laws of the Republic of Ghana and suffer the penalty for it. So help me God. Congratulations, Mr. President. Let me be the first.
bless.
Nana, congratulations. Thank you.
You stand.
Culture and steady in its pursuit of progress. Today we celebrate a momentous occasion in our nation's history as we welcome the newly elected President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. A true nation builder committed to forging a brighter future for all Ghanaians. John Mahama embodies the pillars of leadership that our nation craves: trustworthiness, reliability, modesty, and above all, truthfulness. From the moment he stepped into the political arena, John Mahama has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to the people of Ghana. His approachable demeanor, paired with his genuine concern for the needs of the Ghanaian, has earned him their trust. A trust that is pivotal for any leader aiming to guide a nation through challenging times.
What I really like about JDM is his humility. The man is simply so down to earth, it's unbelievable. He's so humble, it's unbelievable. I really like that about him.
John Mahama osonyame, odonyame, osonyame, openi pasem, okita kumapa. Mihuna se mihu mini abema. Oyobi nso a onyiyi nipam. Oye akola o, oye openi o, oye pepeni o, oye twibi o, oye bebia o, tribe bia o fibia John Mahama te wase. On kase we nye twibi, we nye we. John Mahama
President Mahama is practical. He communicates his issues very, very well. And he understands the Ghanaian politics very well. He understands the Ghanaian people very well. And that is what I like about him.
The brand, John Dramani Mahama, is not just a name. It represents resilience, strength, progress, and empathy.
I believe John Dramani Mahama is loved by many. His personality.
And now, on your behalf, invite His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, to deliver his inaugural address. Your Excellency, you may now proceed to do so.
The Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Members of Parliament, Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Jane Naana Opoku Agyemang, Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice, Your Excellency, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Ghana, and special guest of honor for this occasion, Your Excellencies, Presidents, Heads of Government and Development Agencies, Your Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, and former Presidents, Your Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters. I wish you a good morning, and we give thanks to the Almighty God on this occasion. Our Father who art in heaven, we thank you for giving us this day, a day that offers me, your humble servant, a unique opportunity to work to reset our dear country, Ghana. 32 years ago, on January 7th, Ghana made its first and most successful democratic transition, a reset, with the swearing in of the newly democratically elected President, Jerry John Rawlings, of blessed memory. Our nation was returned to a multi-party democracy with a new constitution that went into effect, and the Fourth Republic was officially established. I refer to it as a reset because on that day in 1993, we made our fourth attempt at establishing a democratic system of government with term limits based on free, fair, and transparent elections. The handover of power on January 7, 2001, between former President Jerry John Rawlings and at the time the newly elected President John Agyekum Kufuor, tested that reset, and our nation passed with flying colors. So today, with my induction as the new President of the Republic of Ghana, history is being made once again. And it is a history worth repeating every 4 years with each newly elected president. Today, we're also making a different kind of history, one that speaks to our maturity as a democracy, a nation of citizens enfranchised with the authority at the polls to determine their political future. Today's exercise between the outgoing President, His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, and I feels a bit like a deja vu. That is because 8 years ago to this day, on January 7, 2017, we shared this same space and performed this same transitional exercise. At the time, I was the outgoing president, having served one term, and he was the incoming president, having been given a mandate by the people of Ghana to lead this great nation of us. He and I both understood on that day, as I'm sure we are today, that it is the people of Ghana that we are elected to serve. Somehow, it seems fitting that it is with Nana Akufo-Addo that I twice shared this stage and this unique historical distinction, because Nana Akufo-Addo and I began our national political careers in Parliament in the same year, 1996. He has always greeted me with warmth, a firm handshake, and a smile, and he is perhaps the only person in my life who has persistently chosen to call me Johnny. While we belong to opposing political parties, we shared a sense of mutual respect. In those early days, we probably could not have imagined that destiny would bring us to the leadership of our respective parties, and that we would have to face off 3 separate times as we each vied for the highest office of the land. Nana, as this will be our final meeting under these circumstances, and as I look back on the journey we have traveled together, 2 much younger men who entered Parliament together with a full head of black hair, and you with the same bald head and round eyeglasses, I have to say that you have, without exception, been a worthy opponent. I extend my warmest wishes to His Excellency, the former Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. It was a grueling campaign, and we gave it our all. Your sportsmanship in making an early concession eased tensions and contributed to the early conclusion of the electoral contest. I wish you all the best in your endeavors. My brothers and sisters, the world in which Ghana exists today, as I begin this presidency, is not the same world in which we have lived under other presidencies. There are tensions and conflicts that have not previously existed between nations. These tensions and conflicts place pressure on alliances to decide where we will support. There's a seismic shift happening within the system of global economic dominance. Whereas the G7 nations, United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, and Japan once provided the highest percentage of the world's GDP, over the last decade, that number has been steadily dropping. However, the combined total of the GDP of the BRIC nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, to imagine. One example is the use of misinformation and algorithm manipulations on social media platforms to sway a particular group's sentiments towards or away from something. Now more than ever before, we need to strengthen our ties with our neighbors. To ensure that we're working together to keep our sub-region safe. We stand in solidarity and work in alliance with all our neighbors in the sub-region. Recognizing the history of our borders, we also acknowledge that on the other side of our country's borders are our family members. They may be Ivorians, they may be Togolese, they may be Burkinabes, they may be Nigerians or Malians, but they are also Akans, they are Kasinas, they are Gwans, they are Ewes, they are Nzemes, they are Hauses, they are Moshis and Gurmes, because we are all part of one another, one big family. With the increase of the climate crisis, and as the waters grow warmer, melting, the Arctic ice and permafrost, there's a greater likelihood for viruses that have been frozen and thought to be extinct for decades, perhaps even centuries, to begin to spread and create another global pandemic. The changing climate conditions, increased population density in urban areas, and mass international travel are enabling existing viruses to spread and mutate at a faster and faster rate than they did before. This is a serious challenge. Let us not forget the toll that the past epidemics of viruses like Ebola, COVID, and Mpox have taken on the families and communities and medical infrastructure in several of our neighboring countries and in the sub-region. Let us also not forget how swiftly and completely the COVID pandemic brought the entire world to a screeching halt. My government will be working diligently to strengthen our public health systems while monitoring the global health situation so that when, and not if, but when the next pandemic or epidemic occurs, the loss of lives in Ghana will be minimal. The larger world exists around us and to some extent within us. While we cannot and should never use it as an excuse to stray from the direct and immediate needs of Ghana for the well-being of our citizens, we must also bear in mind that the affairs of the world, if we care to shape, lessen, avoid, or even at the other end of things, maximize the effect they have on us. My brothers and sisters, barely a month ago, we held historic elections that have caused dramatic shifts in our political landscape. I feel greatly honored that you, my compatriots, considered me worthy of receiving such an unprecedented and overwhelming mandate to steer the affairs of our beloved nation at this critical time in our history. The magnitude of this victory in the presidential elections and the gains that were made by my party, the National Democratic Congress, in the parliamentary elections naturally and justifiably resulted in great joy and celebration across our country, Ghana. But celebrations, no matter how justified and how well earned, must be supplanted by discernment, sobriety, and deeper insights into why we received this kind of mandate in the first place. By voting as you did on December 7th, the Ghanaian people conveyed a powerful message, yet often overlooked by us politicians. This message was powerfully emphasized by a giant of American political history, President Ronald Reagan, when he declared at his inauguration some 40 years ago that governments have no power except that granted by the people. While Ghanaians take great pride in our thriving democracy, they are deeply dissatisfied with the quality of governance over the years and have openly voiced that dissatisfaction through the decisive actions that they undertake at the elections. Our people also understand that democracy is not just a token adorned with periodic elections followed by pomp and pageantry with the establishment of a new government. They expect that if democracy is celebrated as a superior means of governance, then its outcomes must be more tangible and benefit them in their individual lives. Any honest introspection and reflection on the pulse of our nation would reveal that many within our population do not feel that they have benefited from or partaking in this democratic dividend. Where people buffeted by severe economic crisis and hardships, and in the last few years, we have lurched from crisis to crisis. But there is hope on the horizon. Today should mark the beginning of a new opportunity, an opportunity for us to make a difference in our governance and our economic management. We shall reset our dear nation, Ghana. To the millions of my fellow countrymen and women who joined long queues and waited in the sun for their turn to vote for me, you have my sincerest thanks for honoring me. My firm, immutable assurance is that your votes will matter in the work that I'll do to make a difference in the destiny of this dear nation of ours. Your courage to bring change will not go in vain. Our nation was born with much promise. That promise would seem hazy and in doubt now because of all that has happened in the past. But I urge you, my fellow countrymen, not to be sucked into a state of perpetual pessimism. For some time, our country has urgently needed leadership with an unwavering desire to get things done. I with all humility assent that I intend to be that leader with your cooperation and your help. As your next leader, I shall strive to exercise sound judgment and be able to make the right calls at the right time. I will have the humility and presence of mind to take responsibility for any challenges and be willing to act firmly and timelessly to resolve the challenges that we face as a nation. Since the elections, I have read and heard the word hope used many times in relation to my presidency and what it should offer the citizens of Ghana. I intend to speak plainly and clearly to you today, and every time I address you subsequently, I intend to always tell you the truth. The circumstances we find ourselves in are indeed dire, but even so, I'll be decisive and swift in my actions. We'll focus our initial efforts on 4 critical areas. The first is economic restoration and stabilization of the macroeconomic environment. The second is the improvement of the business and investment environment to ensure that Ghana is once again open for business. The third is governance and constitutional reforms. And the final, but not the least, is accountability and the fight against corruption. My brothers and sisters, actions have always spoken louder than words. With that in mind, I have entered into a covenant with you, the good people of Ghana, in which I have enumerated 26 actions that I'll take within my first 120 days. There is reason for hope, and there is every reason for hope. But we must also have faith, because faith empowers us to trust the things that will happen. With faith, you believe what you know, and that is why we need faith to be able to achieve our reset. We need a reset with the faith we have in our country and our leadership. We need a reset with the faith we have in our institutions. We need a reset with our faith in our dear nation, Ghana. And by that, I mean in all of us, because all of us are Ghana. You are Ghana, and I am Ghana. All of you seated here today, Ghanaian citizens, you are Ghana. The people who you are with or near you as you watch this on television, in your homes, or listen on radio, or follow on social media are what we call Ghana. I ask that we enter into the covenant with the Ghana we all love and the good people of our country who make up this dear nation. And I ask that you envision a Ghana that you want to live in, a Ghana that you want to leave behind to your children and your grandchildren. What can you do to help build that better Ghana that we all strive for? What behaviors, what attitudes and mindsets can we reset? We need a reset, and we have faith in Ghana's ability to overcome, excel, and be so successful with this reset that it will be difficult to imagine a time when that was not the case. As we stand at this momentous crossroads in our nation's history, I am honored and humbled to accept the mantle of the President of the Republic of Ghana. Today we celebrate a new administration and herald an unprecedented with Naana Opoku Agyemang by my side We are poised to embark on a journey of progress and inclusivity, united in our vision for a more prosperous Ghana. This day is particularly special for us and for every Ghanaian who dreams of a society where barriers are shattered and ambitions are realized. With the inauguration of Ghana's first female vice president, we have turned a significant page in our history. Nana Jane's ascension to the high office is not merely a personal triumph. It symbolizes our collective commitment to fostering a nation where gender equality and female representation are cherished and amplified. This is a powerful testament to the power of diverse voices to shape the future, voices that have the courage to soar beyond our traditional confines. My brothers and sisters, together as we look to the horizon, we reaffirm our dedication to breaking the glass ceiling that has long hindered many from reaching their full potential. Governance that reflects all segments of our population strengthens our democracy and enriches our conversation. We stand committed to enacting policies that empower women and ensure that the door of opportunity is opened wide for our youth and our women, regardless of their background. Together we'll galvanize our efforts to create a society along with my Vice President, can dream, Naana Opoku Agyemang, will prioritize inclusivity, accountability, and innovation, forging pathways that would lead to the upliftment of all of our citizens.
By the offices we occupy,
I'm profoundly grateful for this moment, a cornerstone in our journey towards a brighter future for Ghana.
Along with my
in this resounding victory, I see a clarion call, particularly from the youth of Ghana, a generation that is brimming with potential and dreams that are waiting to be realized.
Forging pathways that would lead to the upliftment of all
powerful. That your aspirations are valid and that your future must be our priority. We're committed to translating your hopes into action and creating opportunities for education, entrepreneurship, employment, and empowerment. Our policies will be tailored to sustain innovation and foster industry that engages today's young minds and equip them with the skills needed for tomorrow's challenges. Together with the private sector and captains of business, we will create decent and well-paying jobs. As we embark on this new chapter, I assure you that our decisions will champion diversity in all facets of governance, ensuring that every Ghanaian, regardless of your ethnicity, your gender, your age, your religion, or any background, will have the opportunity to contribute to our nation's story. Ghana's youth represent the heartbeat of our democracy. Their ambition will drive our policies as we strive to create an inclusive, equitable society where everyone has a seat at the table. Our vision hinges on the introduction and implementation of a 24-hour economy. We envisage an innovative and vibrant 24-hour Ghanaian economy, which will also be anchored in agriculture and agribusiness. This innovative approach would unlock potentials that have long remained dormant, enabling us to harness the energy and creativity of all our people. Just imagine a Ghana where our markets are alive and bustling at all hours of the day, with responsive public services accessible at all times, such that businesses can operate flexibly to meet the diverse demands that they are subjected to. And young people, including entrepreneurs, can find opportunities regardless of traditional institutions. The 24-hour economy model will also bolster job creation for the young people, stimulate local industry, and attract foreign investments, and allow us to build resilient communities and a sustainable future. This vision extends beyond mere economic transactions. It symbolizes empowerment, the empowerment of every Ghanaian to contribute to our national progress. My fellow citizens, this vision will allow us to embrace diversity, to cater to varied lifestyles and preferences, and foster a culture of inclusion, ensure that every citizen can enjoy the fruits of his hard work. To the business leaders and entrepreneurs, I invite you to support this new model and join me in shaping a business environment where creativity thrives and where the fruits of your investments contribute to the collective welfare of our nation. Your role in driving our economy forward cannot be overstated. Your innovation and dedication will be a backbone of our success story. And I pledge to you that we would look at the tax regime and rationalize them so that they are more transparent and fair. Members of the business community, I assure you, Ghana is open for business again. Let me thank you, Your Excellencies, my fellow presidents, for leaving what is a busy schedule behind and coming to join us at this ceremony. Your presence brings honor to this inaugural ceremony. And I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you and to our sister countries who have traveled from near and far to be with us today. Your presence is a testament to the strong bonds of friendship and cooperation that exist between our nations. And I promise you I will work to foster the partnerships that transcends our borders, and I'll work collectively with you towards regional stability, economic growth, and mutual respect between our nations. To my friends from across Africa and the world, I thank you and welcome you to Ghana. And in our local parlance, I say Akwaba to all of you. To my family and fellow citizens, my wife Lodina, I thank you for your unwavering support and commitment to our shared vision. This journey is not mine alone. It belongs to all of us. It belongs to each of you. Let today be the dawn of a new era of hope, an era of job creation, an era of accountability, an era of institutional strengthening and resilience, and an era of unparalleled potential for all Ghanaians. We will write the next chapter in Ghana's story, and it will be one of promise, transparency, and transformative progress. My fellow citizens, this is a patriotic call to action for all of us to participate in building a nation that lives up to its promise, where hope thrives and dreams become a reality. Together, let us cultivate a brighter future for our beloved Ghana, where unity, progress, and equality are not just ideals we aspire to, but are the very fabric of our nation. In closing, I invite you to partner with us on this journey. Together, we can create a brighter future for our beloved Ghana, where unity, progress, and equality are not simply goals we are aiming for, but are the cornerstone of our society. Let's work hand in hand to foster these values and strengthen our nation for everyone. My fellow citizens, our invited guests, I thank you very much. May God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation great and strong. I thank you.
Yeah.
Honorable members, on your behalf, I convey the gratitude of the House to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, for his address. Your Excellency, the House is extremely grateful to you. Honorable members, may now we have the presence of our special guest of honor in the distinguished personality of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President of the Republic of the Federal, I should say the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is my honor to now invite him to deliver his address. Your Excellency, you are welcome to do so now.
Excellency, President of the Republic of Ghana, Head of State and Government here present, Right Honorable Speaker and Members of Parliament of Ghana, members of the diplomatic corps, eminent personalities here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is always good when a friend and brother can visit the home of a close neighbor to celebrate his success and progress with him. Today, we celebrate African democracy as Ghana and our beloved people mark the transition from one democratic government to another. This moment does not merely symbolize another milestone in the evolution of Ghanaians' democratic society. It further demonstrates that in West Africa, we are capable of democratic and productive endeavors. It is time that our continent critics stop forgetting the strides that Ghana, Nigeria, and others have made. We need not prove ourselves to them. We have nothing to prove to anyone except ourselves. We will lift our nations out of poverty and build strong and resilient economies for our people. Today, I am here not only as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but also as an African support of Ghana and our people. This moment is a source of pride and honor for Ghanaians, the entire continent, and its diaspora. The sun is out and the sky may be blue, but I see today a black star rising high in African sky. This black star shines over this nation, and its rays spread across this continent with a sense of shared history, hope, compassion, unity, devotion to our common welfare. While others may seek to demean Africa and keep brothers pitted against brothers, that shining star reminds us of who we are. Better yet, it reminds us of who we can be. That star reminds us always to strive and work together, bond together, even when we disagree. We must choose the path of peaceful dialogue. Never can we do harm to our brothers, nor can we permit any outsider to disrupt our bonds of brotherhood. The spirit of Ghana, the first Republic President, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, is here present today, lifting that star higher and higher. Just as Ghana draws inspiration and a well of strength from Kwame Nkrumah and many of his past leaders, Nigeria similarly draws inspiration from its founding fathers, who not only fought for our independence, but also cherished the close relationship between our two nations. May we always walk in the way and in the spirit of these enlightened leaders. Ghana is in harmony with that spirit, and President John Mahama inauguration today reflect that. Your new president is a man of patriotic vision and substance. He loves his nation and his people to the core. He believes that your nation has a mission and intend for you all to fulfill it. No one can ask more of a leader than that. President John Mahama and I share a deep friendship. My dear brother, I am here to work with you. You know you can count on Nigeria's support at any given time.
you call on me. We are your brothers and sisters. We shall always be there for you. May your administration be a profound success and progress for you, Ghanaians,